Well, here we go again. Coach Dave, Accordion Cool. And a little different thing today. I've never done this before. Now, I don't want to put everybody to sleep, but today we're just going to play pretty ballads. I know, I just don't get a chance to go crazy, but I'll just go crazy on the ballads because it'll probably drive me crazy. So that first one, of course, was Georgia, or Georgia on My Mind. Written in 1930, a fellow named Hoagy Carmichael. Now, Hoagy Carmichael was kind of a comedic song and dance man, that type of entertainer. And you wouldn't think that a fellow like Hoagy Carmichael could write a pretty tune like Georgia on My Mind, but he did. He did. Well, I guess he did. I mean, everybody's gone now, so there's no way to find out, but that's what the word on the street is. So, well, our next tune was around 1946 or so. And I don't think it came from, if it came from a play, it wasn't a very well-known play. It's a pretty tune. Frank Sinatra took this tune and he sang it all over the place after he recorded it. And just about everybody who's anybody has recorded Angel Eyes. So let's see what we can do with that. Angel Eyes, Angel Eyes. I think Ella Fitzgerald actually recorded that 3 or 4 times. She just loved the song. But like I said, anybody who's everybody, or everybody who's anybody, or whatever, has recorded that song. Well, next song, we'll go into 1954, and we're going to use the piano patch as soon as I do it right here. And because this song was written by a piano player named Errol Garner. Errol Garner was a great jazz piano player. And he wrote this song, and it was originally, I'm going to hit the right button pretty soon, folks. Hang on. There we go. Okay. See, I got this little thing here so I can see what buttons I've hit. I can see with these glasses. But anyway, Errol Garner, great jazz piano player out of Pittsburgh. Now, you don't think of Pittsburgh. When you think of Pittsburgh, the first thing you think of is like steel mills and things like that. But a lot of great jazz players, and Errol Garner was, in fact, this accordion right here came from the Pittsburgh area. So there, But like I said, it was originally written as a ballad in 1954, and then some enterprising person came along and added words to it. And a fellow named Johnny Mathis, around 1958, had probably the biggest hit of his career on Misty. Misty. Errol Garner wrote it, Johnny Mathis sang it, and we still play it to this day. Still play it. It's one of my favorites. Well, this next tune is not really well known. It is amongst the music community. I don't think it came from a show, but Frank Sinatra, I believe, was the first to record this around 1953, and he actually titled the album that it was on with the name of this tune, and the song is called Here's That Rainy Day. And Frank recorded it 6 years after it was written in 1959, so I'm not sure what happened between 53 and 59, but somewhere along the way, Frank heard it. So, and we've been getting a lot of that around here during the spring, I want to tell you. So that here's that rainy day. Here's that rainy day. All right, well, got to do a country tune. A lot of pretty country tunes. I think this particular country tune is the prettiest country tune ever written. Written by a fellow named Willie Nelson. Remember him? Still around. At that time, he was known as Hugh, H-U-G-H, Hugh Nelson. And he wrote a lot of tunes. And the story goes, I've heard 2 or 3 versions of it, is he was in an adult beverage establishment, shall we say, one night, and he ran into Patsy Cline's husband. And he says, I got a great tune for Patsy. And Patsy Cline says, oh yeah, here we go. Took it home. She hated it. That's the story. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. Cooler has prevailed. She recorded it 1961, probably the biggest hit of her career. And shortly afterwards, her career ended tragically in a plane crash. So the tune is called... Well, you know, I was playing this tune once on a gig, and a fellow walks by me, points at me, he says, crazy! Well, I don't know if he's talking about me or the tune, but let's see what happens. crazy, crazy. A little bit of a jazz ending as opposed to a country ending, but you get the message. And of course, if you ever go to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, you don't even have to be a country fan. So it's a wonderful museum. They go all the way back to Roy Rogers, people like that. But there's a whole room dedicated to Patsy Cline, and you walk in, and this is Crazy is on a continuous tape. And you know something? You never get tired of hearing it. You can be in there for an hour, and it's such a great tune. And of course, she was taken so soon. Well, you know, I thought we might have a couple of extra minutes here, so I'm going to do a tune that was made popular in 1960 by some guy. Oh, gee, he's got a big house in Memphis. Oh, Elvis, that was his name, Elvis. And from Blue Hawaii, Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Let's do a little bit of that. Falling in Love with You. If you ever been to Graceland, it's certainly worth a trip. It's not in the best part of town. We haven't been there for a few years, but I guess they were going to do a lot of renovation there, so I guess it's a little bit nicer. But they have a gift shop. Anything you can think of, anything they have in there slapped Elvis's name. Toilet bowl brush, Elvis Presley toilet. I won't even get into that because, well, you know. So, Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley. Okay, we're getting down towards the end of our time. This next tune, one of my favorites, and I'm saving it for last because it was voted the greatest song of the 20th century. It came from a little movie. You may have heard of it. 1939 was the movie. The song almost didn't get in the movie because the producers said, oh, well, you're not going to see a young girl in a cornfield singing a song like this with a little dog. I guess you did, and I guess every little girl under the age of 14's probably seen this movie 47 times. Wizard of Oz is the movie, and of course the song is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So let's see what happens. somewhere over. You know, I've seen a lot of rainbows and played that song 100 times, 1,000 times, who knows. I never found the pot of gold. I don't know what's going on. Well, that completes our ballad show. I hope I didn't put everybody to sleep, but these are such, you know, great tunes, and sometimes you gotta play them. So as Coach Dave saying, as usual, thank y'all for watching, listening, tuning in, however it is you get the show. And of course, if he's still awake behind the glass, the big guy, Austin Ricketts, didn't have too many things to fool him with today, so hopefully he survived. And as I say many times, if I sound good, it's Austin. If I sound bad, well, it's probably something with the instrument. Can't be me. So, and you know, as usual, bring the young'uns in. Well, the young'uns mostly have heard Over the Rainbow, but all the other tunes they may not have heard. So let's take it home and see if we can find that pot of gold. So.